Alright, so we have Jadoria McClendon. She has a large audience today, not just the standard 8 people that we normally have. Alright, Jadoria, go ahead and get started.
Christian Taylor, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin. These are victims from the brutality among police officers. These are just a tiny portion of the victims who lost their lives to police brutality. Okay, everyone look down at their skin. Most of you have brown skin that consider us African American. But as seen in the news, it is really dangerous to walk around being African American. Like on the west side of Dayton. If you're seen walking on the west side of Dayton, you're most likely going to be stopped by a cop because you might look suspicious. African Americans are more than twice as likely to be stopped by cops due to their skin color because they're like more African, like color to color, and because of things that you wear, and because they don't really see Black American as equal people. Black Americans are also more likely to be pulled over by cops. This is because of their skin color also, but they're also less likely to have contraband in their vehicles than other people, like white people. Raise your hand if anyone has a story like in their family who's been pulled over by cops. Keep your hand up high if you think this is unfair. Well, now it's time for us to make a change. You want to know how? I'm going to tell you how. I am very close to this topic because my uncle has been pulled over by a cop before, and we were all scared because we felt like he was going to be shot, and like we shouldn't live in fear like this. So I feel like it's time for us to take a stand and to make a stop and put a stop to it. First, I'll explain the problems that we are enduring every day due to our skin color. Then I will tell you how we can solve the problem. Then I will raise awareness by marching and telling how this is one of the ways we can fix our justice system. Almost every day we hear a new case about unarmed Black Americans being shot or being a suspect as having a weapon. There are more than 500 cases of officers shooting an unarmed Black man or women. These cases are increasing over the past years. Many individuals are recording their interactions with police officers, such as Alton Sterling, when he was shot and killed when he was on the ground. They recorded this interaction with the cops because they felt as if they didn't, their family would receive the justice that they deserved. So they felt like they needed evidence to support what they saw, because otherwise the cops would have got away with the crime that they committed. According to Elton Griffith, he views racist discrimination more like economic discrimination because you're seen on campus walking around with your pants sagging. You're seen as a different, a certain type of person, and it's stereotypes put on you, so that makes you harder to be yourself and to be seen as a normal person. There are a lot of killings due to among teens with cops and their brutality that is coming, and this is a big threat. Trayvon Martin, Tamari Rice, Freddie Gray, and many more has lost their lives to the hands of police. Freddie Gray's case was dropped with no convictions. How is this justice? There are more and more deaths being created due to the cops being let off on a warning or on administrative leave with pay, and they get their jobs back, but the families deal with the loss of their kid. So now that you know that Black lives are being taken and police officers have not been penalized, it is time for us to put a stop. We are being called to march for Black lives because it is the best way to call attention to the lives that are being taken and to prevent more. We need to march for Black lives because people need to hear what we have to say. It also shows the system that we are not backing down and we are going to make a change. We need to march because we need to make our voices heard. We also need to march because it's a non-violent way to get our point across and change our justice system. According to BlackMattersLife.com, Black people are inherently more violent because of their skin color or from their family's past. So they're seen as a violent person. And this is really putting a damper on the police, seeing each Black person as a regular person, see him as a criminal. How many more lives has to be taken away before we actually stand up and make a change? Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, and many more has paid a price for our silence. Now it's time for us to use our voices and to make a change. There is all this violence and killing among police and Black Americans. We should take a stand to change our nation and make our nation hear us. Marching to create a change is what we need to do. This is how we get our voices heard. Marching will benefit us and impact our nation. We won't just march for Black lives. We will march for all lives, because it's not just Black lives being taken. Because Muslims are affected by discrimination, also Mexicans and any other race. We all deserve the justice, so we need to fight for our justice. Marching is a big deal and will create a big change because it's non-violent, and the more people we have, the more change we'll have. It will also shine a light on those whose lives were taken and those who cannot fight to get the justice that they deserve because of life. Now, imagine walking around shouting names of those who were killed and using your feet to stomp loud and to send a message that we will not sit still and will not be quiet. We are here to make a change and to fix our justice system. We will get the justice that we need to fix our justice system. Black Lives Matter, the movement is led by the people. It's not just led by an individual person. You're not following behind anybody. You're able to use your own voice, able to get your own resources to make the march that you want. Knowing all this information and why we need to make a change for Black lives, we should get up and make a change to the justice system and get justice for those whose lives were taken. You heard the benefits of marching. Now it's time for you to use your feet to march. Just don't sit quiet and just sit still and let it happen. Make a change, because the more we sit quiet, the more lives will be taken. Now, to get more information, you can go to blackmatterslife.com. You can email them to get information about further events. Thank you.